Yo, what up? Good morning, Monday, October. Oh, definitely October. Let me tell you that. 28, 2024. Look at that. Another beautiful day to have a beautiful day. I got my co-host in the house, Tyler. Good morning. How you doing today?
Doing great. Was a fun Halloween fall weekend here in Chicago. Did our first round of trick-or-treating with the kids on Friday, and then watched a fun Bears game. Ended up losing it in the very last second. It was a wild last second loss, but we're still feeling good. And woke up this morning and the coins had flipped green, so we're in good spirits.
Who would have thought the Bears would lose on a day like yesterday? Sounds like it was just meant to be. Bears were meant to lose this weekend. I'm sorry, Tyler, but I'm assuming the Bulls did good. So did the Chicago Bulls win?
I actually don't know. I'll have to
That'll
check.
be funny. There you go. They won. And they got destroyed. It's okay. Damn it. But anyways, Mando, good morning. How you doing?
Hello. How are you?
Hello. How you doing? Doing? Dude, doing great. It's definitely a good green morning here in the charts in the trenches. Today on the show, today market report as usual. Let's talk about what's going down. 3 days left to October. You absolutely love to see it. So we'll see what these charts have in store for us. Looks like we had a great weekend on the move up, aside from Friday night. And we're looking good ahead of Upvember, right? Is that what it is? Is it Upvember after October? Is that how it works out? And then Tyler's top 1,000. I mean, I'm sure Tyler has 10,000 things to talk about this morning because it looks like it was a very heavy weekend in terms of news and a lot of stuff going on and moving pieces. Sorry. My God. Jesus Christ. My God. Let me have some water. Jesus. Just Monday morning. I'm choking. And then Robert tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But you still got to retweet today because you know why? Because we host a good show. And then last but not least, this show is powered by Galaxis. With seamless built-in monetization tools, Galaxis enables development of sustainable long-term communities, fulfilling Bitcoin's vision of decentralized freedom and independence from centralized control. And with that, Mando, let's see what the market's got.
Who is the man, macro daddy of the land? Can you dig it?
GM. All right. We are, what's up? We are nearly at 60K, everyone. Sorry, 70K even. We're nearly at all-time highs. 69. We're hitting 69K as we speak. Good day to be involved in Bitcoin and Solana, not ETH. Again, it's just so much pain on the ETH streets. Bitcoin dominance is heading to 60%.
That was me.
Well, I mean, it's the same every single week.
I've been the worst at that. Yeah.
Interestingly, we did see Bitcoin has a golden cross. So its 50-day moving average moved above its 200-day. The last time that happened, Bitcoin did a 2x. Ooh. That was when it was at around 30K.
A golden what?
A golden cross. And Solana is about to print one.
Whoa. What the fuck is a golden cross? I mean, let's go.
Yeah. Well, you hear about the death cross occasionally, right?
Yeah, well, that one never happened.
This is the opposite of that.
God, look at that. Golden cross.
So look at the last one. October 28th was the last one.
Here.
So, yeah. When Bitcoin was at 25K, roughly, or 30K really. And then had a big move, and Solana is about to do the same. Solana's move actually was much bigger last time this happened. But yeah, be on the lookout. This is time to lock in. Long your longs.
Lock in coded.
Long your longs. It does feel like we are going to Valhalla.
Okay.
Your children's children will remember your name.
I like that. Do we have a song for that? Is there a sound for this? Dude, your children. I mean, this is where legends are made,
You don't
right?
know this one? The what's his name again? You don't know this one?
It's weird that I don't know this one because I know
We are
all-
going to Valhalla. It's the South African guy who lives in Dubai. The guy who created Model.
Oh yeah, the BitLord guy.
Is it BitLord? Yeah, BitLord. Surely someone's got a video of BitLord that we can type on the
I don't have
just
it.
type in BitLord Valhalla.
BitLord.
Surely someone's got a Valhalla.
BitLord.
No. Long your longs. We should just play that occasionally on the show.
You have it?
No, I can't find it.
Damn it. I can't find it either. No, this is not it.
Anyway, we're at that stage of the market, guys. It's feeling incredibly strong. We did say several times, the main risk coming into or stopping Bitcoin from being all-time high was what could happen in the Middle East. That seemed like it was the main worry.
I found it. Sam's got it. I got to stop you there.
Got it?
Yeah, I got to stop you there. All right, everybody, listen to this.
I'm going to the promised lands. Valhalla. This is it. The pumps are here. Valhalla. Gospel. Jesus will be proud of you for holding your crypto. Children's children will remember your name. So, ladies and gentlemen, a toast, because we holders are the new wealthy elite.
This is an incredible clip.
So long your longs. Buy the dip. Tell your friends, your families, your fucking neighbors to buy this shit. Because we are going to the moon. We've waited our entire lives for this pump. And the moment is here now. The pump is here.
This is like 3 minutes. I'm pretty sure.
We are legends.
Oh my god. Anyway,
We are legends.
We are legends. We are legends. We are going to Valhalla. I mean, Mando, you're talking about golden crosses across Solana and Bitcoin. I absolutely love to see that. Looks like we're looking good. Is this the week where Bitcoin goes to highs? What do you think? Because I'm worried that it's becoming consensus that this is the week that we're going all-time highs.
No, I have been saying this for just too long. Like, this is it. Like, we're going to be in and around all-time highs around the election, and then we break out from all-time highs after that election, maybe like maybe the day before. I don't know if it becomes super likely that Trump's going to win, I think. And I also think that crypto, like, weirdly has a new narrative, right? Like, we've spoken about before, what needs to happen for crypto to keep going. We had NFTs, then we've had memes, and now I do think you're seeing the foothills of AI as a narrative here. Like, more than just the foothills. It's now starting to it's taken over a lot of mind share, and even if it's not a different use case for crypto, it's a different user of crypto, which I think is quite a big deal. Like, we're still doing the same stuff: transfers, store of value, trading. But it just feels as though you can take, we're always scared about how do we onboard the next 100 million people to crypto, right? Well, you can onboard 100 million AI maybe here,
Yeah.
Think about it like that. Like, instead of us having to get convince all of our friends and family to get involved here, we're going to probably create AI armies doing half the stuff that you could do, or be under the hood for other people. So I think you can really start scaling crypto here with non-human users, and I think that provides the bull case. So it's interesting. I don't think it's a new use. It's not a new use case. It's a new user. So we can go exponential on the number of users, I think, with this.
Right.
And I think that can take a lot of stuff high.
All right.
So in terms of like stuff over the weekend around that, you had Base, interesting flip, Solana, ETH, all of the other chains on stablecoin transfers. I do think, interestingly, if you are bullish on a lot of this activity happening on ETH, I do think Coinbase stock is not one of the worst things to own here. Like Coinbase at
Let's have a
214,
look at it. Yeah.
I think is a better long than ETH. I genuinely do, because I think you could see a very large amount of volume go through there.
Let's see how Coinbase is doing here. This is it. There you go.
At 4% today.
That's the one. There you go. It's looking good. I mean, every chart looks bullish to me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good chart.
It's a good
no,
chart.
I just think that there's a reason for that right now. Like if Base sees a lot of activity, then that's I think we get a really a bullish breakout, in my opinion. So I would be looking at Coinbase stock over ETH here, and then obviously a lot of this activity is already happening on Solana, and I think there's some interesting plays in AI, as I've spoken about a few times. So I think we're on for a second coming of things being interested in crypto here.
Love that. Tyler, you shared this now.
On the top right chart there, the net flows, flip the period to just the 7-day. And you can see just on the week. So Base was the top winner in net inflows, with Arbitrum and Polygon up next, and then Solana in fourth. So each of them got about 60 to 70 million. I think Base got 180 million or so in net inflows. So I thought that was pretty interesting to see. Most of the funds seemingly just coming from the ETH mainnet. I think it's tied to the AI. I think at least part of this is tied to the AI.
100%.
Yeah.
It's virtuals, right? Because of the virtuals.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. A lot of activity on there. That's for sure. What it's really been virtuals running on there, right? The Luna coin.
I think that's the main. So virtuals, which I don't think you need to buy virtuals on Base. I could be wrong on that, but Luna is on Base.
You do generally buy it. You buy it on Base.
Okay.
Virtuals.
So yeah, so those two things. So I mean, virtuals ran to 500 million. It's pulled back a little bit. I think it was at like 380 this morning. And then
is this
Luna,
160?
and then Luna touched 220, 240, and it's down a touch, but it's still up 100% from Friday, and even more on like a week and a half view. And there's folks out there like the G Money, D Farmer, some of the louder whales on the timeline. They're in the camp that Luna flips Goat, and they think it's a more compelling story. I'm here for all the way up to the battle to the billions is fine with me, because I do hold both of these.
Mando's laughing.
I personally prefer Goat still. I think that the Goat story is stronger.
Mando's laughing right now. Mando, what was behind what was behind that smirk here?
I don't think that happens, but I think it's one of these classic ones where like you have what was the one like Turbo and Pepe, right? Like you just have like you have two coins. When in the history of memes have we ever seen the second one of a meta flip the first one?
Never.
Ever.
I mean,
of like this new thing's happened. It's a meme. What's going to flip the first one? Like just people run them up, and I think it's virtuals. Actually, I think is super interesting. I actually think I'm more interested in virtuals than I am in Luna, just because virtuals is like a pump fun, right? To break it down to the audience, right? Goat, the AI did not create the coin. It was created separately. Goat endorsed it, and then it got sent some of the coin, and then it's gone up. How virtuals work is that like you actually create an AI agent with a coin, and that coin can then be. I mean, Luna's been doing some fun stuff with it. Like it's like been distributing it to people who reply to it on tweet, but like some basic interactions, and Base has been encouraging that infrastructure to be built. So that, like alongside ChatGPT, you have the rails that crypto can be used with ChatGPT to like for them to do things, which Goat doesn't have. Like Goat doesn't send out tokens. Goat doesn't create tokens. Goat doesn't swap. Whereas some of the agents that are being built on Base and virtuals can or will be able to do that. And virtuals really is more like a pump fund. Like how it works is that like you produce AI agents, but to actually create one, you have to pay using virtuals, and for like the most advanced ones, you have to pay a lot of virtuals. So the reason why virtuals is running higher is because people are buying it because they're having to create these AI agents. So that's more like an infrastructure play, but Luna is just like, it's basically the same as Go. Like it's just an AI agent meme coin. Like yeah, it might do more things, but it's not going to be like, it's not a different narrative. Let's put it that way. Whereas I think virtuals could easily flip Go, in my opinion.
Sure.
Just because it's very different. It's actually more like it's a marketplace. The only risk for virtuals is like if virtuals, I don't think it's like a moat what they've built. Let's put it that way. Like they basically hooked like a chat GPT up to crypto payment rails and allowing people to like create bots seamlessly, and they probably got servers and all that sort of stuff. But like something tells me in a few years, virtuals isn't going to be the marketplace for AI agents. Like there's going to be, I imagine some big companies will come in and try and do this. It's not the most difficult thing to do. Like Coinbase itself could do this. Binance could do this. Like it's if these become the primary users of this sort of stuff, you'll see marketplaces for AI agents from the big players for sure.
And the cost to create a new agent is starting to get more prohibitive. So it was a few $100s before virtuals ran up, and now it's like $1,200.
Yeah.
So I think people might that might give folks some pause, you know, if they want to continue launch them as much. So it'll be curious to see if they react to that and perhaps adjust the pricing model.
I guess the biggest threat to Goat is catching a sexual harassment lawsuit because, and I read,
I'm trying to get him on the show. I'm trying to get.
Is there a reason why this terminal is so horny? Like, because no, dead serious. Like, why are all AIs just like a bunch of perverts? Like, I don't get it. Like, this is the type of shit they tweet all day long. I'm gonna fill it with pussy juice and make it squirt juice on people in the bar. Like, what the fuck? Like, I that's one thing I'm really curious about. Does it mean that the person who created it is just like fucking horny? Like,
no, so it doesn't reflect the person who created it.
Just it automatically went towards like this.
No. So they have training data, right? So the training data here has come from 4chan.
We need a new religion that makes us all horny for the future. Existing religions make me horny for the past. Like, I think Mando, that's
Kind of a
but
deep,
can you imagine this being said, or at least the language being similar on a 4chan forum? Yes.
I'm starting a cult and it's gonna be hot. Like, it sounds like this thing's like going down a cult. You know those calls that you see on Netflix, like 20 years later, those like crazy shows about like they had to like do weird shit.
Interestingly, I was because Andy, the guy who created it, he was a South African dude. You should watch the interview. He did Blockmates the other day. I'm trying to get him on the show. He said that it's also being like trained on its own tweets, right? So it's only going to become more and more the stuff that people are interacting with.
Yeah.
Like it self-reinforces that. So like this is why, and because this was something that I was worried about as a goat holder, that like somehow it would just turn one day and be like, hey, I don't like this thing. But actually it's interacting so much with the goat stuff that it just becomes an even bigger opponent. And similarly, it gets the most interactions from these like these fucking non-PC tweets. So I think it's going to become even more inflammatory for sure.
But what are the odds? Okay, question for you. Okay. Stay on that note. It keeps on getting more inflammatory. It's probably going to get this account deleted. Like if it goes into, I mean, actually on X.
Potentially, I doubt it. Like there are some. So he does talk about like there are some things that get flagged, right? So like if he incites violence, it doesn't get there are some rails to this basically. Okay. Because he sees the tweets before they go out. They get put in the Discord beforehand. There's a Discord where it gets put beforehand, so you can it's actually a really like he's actually talking about like, how do you do this going forward? Like the idea is that does he have to set up a company for this thing? Does he have to set up a governance council? Will Goat be some form of governance over like what this thing says? Like
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so aren't you mentioning saying because AI are human trained without the human being ashamed to be their true selves, and he's verifying each tweet and filtering out any racism,
Right, yeah.
filtering it out. So that makes sense, right? But like, I don't know, it's just so funny to me. Like you see terminal truth, like I feel like a slutted up, feminine, horny version of myself when I'm by myself, but a more masculine butt gape goon when I'm with others. But
Do you know what a Goatsy is?
I was told not to Google it by Mark Andreessen.
Do you know what the?
No.
You should Google it because
No,
it's probably the one
Mark
that's
Andreessen-
don't Google it.
not on the show.
Mark
Not on the
No,
show.
no,
Mark
don't.
Andreessen said not to Google it.
Right, but like you probably should know what the Gospel of Goatsy is.
Do I want to do this on stream?
No,
So maybe just not.
I feel it's relevant. Like everyone should probably know why this thing is.
Do I want to do it?
I have a job and I
seriously.
enjoy it.
Don't share it. Like look at it yourself, and then
Okay,
and then
hold on.
let's.
Okay, I'm pressing search. Where do I go?
Just go to the Wikipedia. There will be a Wikipedia about it.
I only know it at a high level. I never actually went deep down.
It's like a Farokh's face as he reads this.
I'm trying to figure it out. Oh.
Yeah, like this thing is like completely non-PC. The actual like this is not to do with the goat, everyone.
Oh.
So if you type in a Goatsy into images, you're gonna see some pretty fucked up stuff. Yeah.
Oh no, I don't see that. I think my Google has a
Some live reactions here.
Oh! I went to Google Images.
Yeah, dude.
Now I'm scared.
Oh, that reminds me of when I was a kid.
Now you see why we can't put it on the show.
Oh!
That reminds me of when I was a kid and my friend made me Google blue waffle when we were teenagers in school. Don't do that.
So that's the thing. It's like one of those really OG internet memes. You remember like Lemon Party or something like that? Like the really ones that were back like 20 years ago that you like your friend told you not to go onto this website. That's what Goatsy is.
Yeah, Tyler, you're good. You have kids at home.
Yeah, I'm good. I think I know enough about what it is.
Yeah, we're good.
It's interesting to me. I mean, Mark Andreessen continues to interact with it. So like he was retweeting it yesterday. I feel like he's interacting with it like several times a week at this point. So he's doing his part to spread the gospel of Goatsy.
Oh my god, that was
That's a
disgusting.
fact.
It's from 1999. Like this is the reason why it was this got fed the history of memes, and it's decided that this is the best meme because it was one of the.
How did it decide it was the best?
It just decided, like AI just decided that it was like it got obsessed with this.
Oh, wow.
And thought that this was the funniest meme, and that like this is the one that should be because it was like some really OG internet meme. Yeah. And now obviously it has a goat symbolizing it, but like, that's not what this thing is about.
Wow. Yeah. Anyways, okay, cool. Great. Well, anyways, Bitcoin's at 68.8. Solana's 174, ETH 2200, 25. And it looks like we'll have a big week here with let's go back to our let's get back on track. So we had golden cross on Solana, golden cross on Bitcoin. Looks like we kind of rejected 69 here, but we'll see what happens today, Mando. It looks like it's going to be a big week, final week of October. Mando is bullish. You absolutely love to see it. And you know what? I think this is a good way to go to Tyler's top 1000.
For daily NFT and crypto analysis. Tyler D on FOMO hour cause the kid can't miss.
Great to patch some bears. The top story of the weekend for me, it was AI mania. So AI 16Z dominated mindshare over the weekend after a Mark Andreessen post sent the meme to $90 million in a huge win for DAOs.fund. So we'll come back to that in a bit. Luna and the Virtuals Protocol, also big winners on the weekend, reaching 200 million and nearly 500 million market caps, respectively. And Goat storming back this morning over 700 million, though it is down a touch since then. We saw the Sol ETH ratio hit a new all-time high at 0.07 on Sunday during the Solana rally. So that keeps printing new all-time highs. In Bitcoin news, we saw Emory University disclose a $15 million position in Bitcoin, making them the first university to disclose a Bitcoin ETF position, though other universities do hold Bitcoin in their endowments. Vitalik published part 5 of his blog titled The Purge, focusing on reducing Ethereum's bloat. We saw Tether's CEO come out and say they are not under investigation after the Wall Street Journal broke news of potential sanctions from the U.S. Treasury. So that Tether FUD came out on Friday. And then Hong Kong is preparing for crypto tax incentives by end of year, and some positive news. In protocols, Rec Drinks teased their liquidated lime launch coming October 30th. Folks, we were drinking this live on the show on Friday. So stoked for that. Wayfinder Foundation announced it will host a prompt release vote in 2 weeks, with 40% of the prompt tokens to be provided to prime stakers. And then, as I mentioned, DAOs.fund went viral over the weekend after the success of AI16Z. Meme coin majors, mostly green Doge, was up 6% this morning. It was a big mover. We saw the Myriad memes flip mega green, led by SPX and POPCAT. NFTs mostly red on the week. The Apu NFT collection saw the most volume over the weekend. It reached a 0.22 ETH floor, with several sales in the 3 to 4 ETH range. We saw this new collection, Things We Say We Saw, was the big winner on Ape Chain. It reached a 5,000 ape coin floor at peak, now closer to 2,500. And then Runes starting to flip green after what was a red week. So you love to see that as well.
Yes. Where's our pups at?
I think it's right at 120 million. So it's back in 9 figures.
Man's laughing. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting a little impatient. It's actually 140 million. It just pumped out of nowhere.
Yeah,
wow,
it's nice.
It's top
Coinbase rumors.
Top leader here on Magic Eden, on the Magic Eden board, actually. Mando, look at that.
I mean, the volume is abysmal. Like, the volume really is abysmal. Like, when you've been in the
200K in volume.
That reminds me of that Friends episode.
Which one?
Have you seen that one? Where
I've never watched Friends.
What?
I don't like it. I don't like these like sitcom thingies.
Well, it's hard. I don't know if it ages well. It doesn't really hold up over 20 years, but I mean, I was deep in Friends. I loved it.
Yeah. Do you remember when Joey doesn't understand what abysmal means?
Oh.
Yeah, I remember that. That was hilarious.
Gosh, how did you not grow up on Friends?
Well, we grew up in France, bro. Like, and then like in French Canada. You know what I mean?
Mais amis. What was it called in France?
Des amis. I think it was Friends. You know? Tu regardé Friends? We actually, in Quebec, that's what they do. In Quebec, they like translate everything. In France, they keep the English version, but they say it in French. You know what I mean? It's a very Quebecois thing to like translate in French per the laws. You know, if not, they jail you or some shit. Anyways, Tyler, part of your top 1,000. I mean, what are the stuff that stood up to you?
I think the AI16Z was one of the more interesting stories of the weekend because it put DAOs.fund on the map. We actually did a quick segment on this about a week and a half ago, but DAOs.fund is where groups can come together. They can fundraise a desired amount of SOL. Once the fundraise is over, the creators take charge. They can invest it via the protocol, and then all the funds have a set expiration date, which the funds get distributed out to everyone. Well, one DAO created this AI16Z AI agent to trade meme coins for them. They gave it 100K of funds to start with, and then the idea was to try to flip A16Z. They created some fun images for this, and then somehow they got Mark Andreessen's attention.
They did.
He tweeted it out Saturday night. I was at the desk when we did this, so it tweet and pumped the token from like 5 million to 25 million, and then overnight it ran 25 to 80. Much to my chagrin, because I did not choose to buy it. But that was the big runner of the weekend. Then we saw several other DAOs tokens start to run. So the thing about the DAOs is they have tokens that you can trade. So you can effectively trade these DAOs. We saw a few run to 1 million. I think most are kind of trending back down now. But that certainly put that protocol on the map. And I mean, I think it's still holding like 45 million, which is 450x multiple of its 100K fund. So I'm curious how that will continue to trend. Certainly not necessarily endorsing that one as a buy. But I think this is one of the hot new things is letting AI agents trade for you. We saw this with the fund terminal that popped up last week and that 16Z. So I don't think we've seen the end of this. But
it's what's interesting is that like the token, what was the net asset value of the fund? The net asset value of the fund was like 700 grand or something, right? Like it was something.
And that was from tokens that were like donated to it. So like, yeah, like I think that the fund itself was still hovering right around 100,000.
Oh, right.
So it was trading at a massive premium to what the fund was worth.
Yeah.
But
sounds like crypto do it for us.
Exactly. But I think that's part of the challenge of like you can actually when there are metrics that you can properly evaluate the value of something, I think that's messy.
Yeah.
Compared to what we're used to. So we will certainly see. I think that was the biggest story. We saw a few other AI tokens. So
I love that. Someone's put, we need an AI agent tweeting out everything that Tyler's passes on.
Yeah, dead ass, bro.
You want to
send us micro caps that he thinks are gonna run.
Tyler sees it all early and then just fades it all.
Yes, like go to 2 million.
Yeah.
DGen AI was another one that ran. So that someone has trained it on DGen Spartan's tweets. For those who know DGen Spartan,
it's the same person.
Oh, okay.
It's the same dev. That's why it ran.
Yeah, so I knew they were tied somehow. And I couldn't recall what the tie-in was. So then that one ran on the back, so it ran to 30 million. So those are some big wins for those who were around on Saturday night. Some of the other AI coins just got absolutely destroyed. Like so, Genon is all the way down to 7. So like that's a 95% drawback.
I mean, what was that though? Like,
I mean, what was ever Genon? I missed it that weekend because I was in Europe and everyone was like talking about it. I was like, okay,
you didn't miss much, man.
It looks like they
I know, but it just felt like everyone was just laughing at that stage, right?
I mean, between this, it was like Genon, Shogot, Sloth.
Shoggoth. I actually think Shoggoth might have a chance, you know? Shoggoth is like the OG AI meme, but I don't know where that is now.
12.
Yeah.
Like, if I was to guess anything, I quite like Deez's play on like the anti-AI.
Yes,
memes.
I like what Deez is playing. He's playing Clanker. I got
Clankers.
no AI exposure.
And Shoggoth. I actually think these two are not too bad. Like, if you think AI is coming, then I think people might.
This
like
is the one.
This
is this the one.
Yeah, that's the one. I was in Clanker for a while. It was a painful coin.
Buy it, guys. He's faded it.
Buy. Okay, buy. He's fading. Tyler is fading this.
I probably exited around 2. So like I wrote it up to like 4 or 5. I mean, I thought it could go like high because like this was the coat play for everyone who missed the AI tokens.
Oh shit! I gotta go, guys. I'll speak to you in a bit.
Yeah. I saw that.
It just didn't play well, and then it came back this weekend. Deez was euphoric, and then now it's back down.
Yeah, that's so funny. I saw that. I mean, AI in general as a I mean, even like truth terminal, everything's kind of lower here today. So we'll see where that goes. There was something else that you mentioned. I forgot. I mean, there's the NFTs. There was something else you mentioned I wanted to go over, but let's go over the NFTs while I remember that. So what is up in the world of NFTs? The Apple NFTs are selling for a lot of money, it seems.
That's probably the biggest story from the NFT world. So I saw them. They were trending on Blur. They did like 700th volume on Saturday, but then there was the high sales that caught my attention. So several of these selling in the 3 to 4 ETH range. Saw one sell over 6 ETH, which we haven't. And that's a pretty big multiple. I don't recall seeing, new collections see 30x floor sales.
I mean, this is just Myriad, right?
Of course. So this was an NFT collection that was on Myriad's NFT list before it even minted.
He talked about it on the show,
which caught some folks' attention. Of course, it's tied to the Apu meme coin, which has been doing pretty well. I think it's around $250 million market cap or so. So that's why people bought this. It's trading at 0.22. We'll see. Likely going to see,
wow, look at this
price action tied to Apu. So Apu's 300 million. Wow. Yeah. It's doing pretty well. It was a big weekend from that.
Shit, bro.
This is going to be an
good.
interesting week. Yeah.
It's a good week for the Myriad memes. I know they asked you to stop calling them Myriad memes, but we don't have to stop. And because it's simpler, I saw that tweet, and I love how Myriad's answer. You know what? I actually really love Myriad's stoic answers to like everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's got like he was like, someone's like, can you stop calling them Myriad memes on your tweet? Because then like because you're associating to Myriad owning them, and Myriad was like, just call them best memes ever. Like,
Yeah. So he's like clearly reading all this stuff too.
oh, he's very active. He's not like, and we talked about it on Friday or Thursday, right? Tyler was like, well, there's a new meta that comes. The older meta that's like pretty much like anchored in starts like pounding down. Then that meta dies and people flow back. And then we mentioned there was 22,000 soul taken away from the trenches and everything, but it just happened. Like, what is it? Lock in 24-hour gainers. USA 40 points up. Lock in 20 points. Bitcoin, Ticker Bitcoin 11 points. SPX 10 points. Mini 10 points. Apu 5 points. Retardio 5 points. I see Retardio just had a big ass weekend too, right? Because I think it was no, that's 24, but it has a good balance. Like, what do you how do you feel about the Myriad memes here? I'm actually really curious as to why Giga and Mog are like underperforming on that list right now, but I think it'll all catch up.
So I need to run the numbers, but like 2 weeks ago, they added 1.5 billion in market cap, and then they pulled back since then. I think the question here is if are we seeing the next leg up? And I think a lot's probably going to depend on POPCAT, what POPCAT does up top. We saw it hit close to $1.60 yesterday. I mean, the chart looks pretty dang good on this coin. So if this one moves up closer to the 2 billion range, I think we'll probably see the rest of the board level up as well. You've got SPX knocking on $1 billion. That's going to be a huge milestone. And then Giga's hanging out at 520.
I mean, that one had a big week, right? Like last week when everything was down, Giga was the only coin up.
Not that much. I mean, SPX ran like 5x. Like, look, like 2 weeks ago, that SPX run was nuts. Like Giga had its bigger run, like maybe a month ago or so.
It was here,
but it's been kind of just like consolidating since then.
Yeah. No, what I mean is that I think last week when everything was down, Giga was the only Myriad meme that kept going up.
Yeah.
Until like PopCat ended up catching up. So these are looking good, man. Like these are, I think what Mando was saying is, and it makes sense. Like a lot of people probably flow to the top Myriad memes, like of the list, and that adds up, right? Like they'll make the money at the bottom of them, and they keep just like kind of flowing to the upwards.
Mando likes the top. I find myself attracted to the bottom.
Mando's the top and you're bottom?
Of course. We saw some nice movement off the bottom. I think USA is a particularly interesting one. Again, disclosure, I own some of this into the election. We've got a huge political event in the US happening in like 8 days from now. So we'll see how the market responds.
Mando's the top and I'm a bottom. Tyler did it October 28th, 2024, FOMO HOUR. Colorized. What a show today. I think the gold terminal is making people feel all types of way. Anyways, I agree with you actually. I think what happens is like, it's funny. It's like all the top ones pump, then the bottoms catch a bid. It's kind of like stay or like dump, and then it just keeps flowing, right? But eventually, like I think what Myriad says is that everything flows back to SPX. That's what he claims. I have no exposure to SPX, but I know that that's his one, right? Like he believes that like SPX is going to be the winner of them all, and that all the money flows back to that. So I think that's what that's the way Myriad seems to think per like, you know, interviews that we've done with him and the stuff that I'm reading on the timeline. So I guess we'll see. I know we're talking about NFTs. Is there anything else happening in NFT land? Because we went to Apu, went to the Myriad stuff.
Ape-Chain. So Ape-Chain went live on Magic Eden. So if you pull up Magic Eden, you can see it pretty easily. If you go to the Ape-Chain tab, it's the further up top. It's at the right. So there was some decent action over the weekend. So number 7, things we say we saw, 2,700 ape floor. It's kind of buried there, but it's a newer art collection. Apparently the apes went nuts for it. It hit 5,000 ape floor. What is ape at right now? Let's pull this up.
It's probably up, right?
It's $1. Okay, so it's $1. So $2,700 over an ETH floor. It basically hit a 2 ETH floor.
Oh wow!
And they're starting to see that feels like where the majority of the action is on Ape Chain right now is on their NFT board.
Well, yeah, you have everyone pushing, right?
not a huge surprise given, it's an NFT native audience.
Okay.
The meme coin market over there got slaughtered. Sadly, RIP the ape chain memes. We'll see if they're able to get much of a rebound, but that's mostly it. I think NFTs broadly kind of a red week, down about 5 to 15% across the board. Runes starting to flip green, I think, is the other story. NFT adjacent play. So it's always interesting to see what's going to happen if Bitcoin's going to leg up. What does that mean?
Oh, I did right. Puppets went down back to 12.12.
Yeah, the ordinal's all dumped.
Yeah. Yeah, ordinals all dumped. Wow.
It is hard to it's hard to hold ordinals over runes, honestly.
Is it though? Interesting. See, I don't play the runes game. I like runes. I don't play the game. It's too much of a hassle. I'm literally just like in my pubs because I've been in it since the thing, and it's a meme at this stage. So I'm gonna hold it till like whatever, like another 2x. I guess I'm gonna start selling off for some shit. But I don't know. Is it?
I sold my ordinals for more runes exposure.
Did you sell your puppet?
I did. Yeah. I have to be honest. It's gone.
Tyler.
I'm happy I did. They're down 30% from where I sold.
Everyone who holds a puppet, bully Tyler. Now. Everyone bully Tyler.
We'll see how active that community is. I'm not sure they're that active.
You're such a fucking asshole. I can't play with you. But you know what though? What's the puppet price in dollars? I know that's COPE, by the way. Like when you start pricing your NFTs in dollars, that means
I guess in USD it's okay.
It's like 8,600 a puppet. They went all the way to like 0.4. I think it was 0.4. Like
they're probably like 25K at peak.
They were 30K, I'd say.
Okay.
Even. Yeah. I mean, I think they hit that again, but it's gonna take a while. So that's what I'm waiting on. So anyways, okay, there's that. Look at it. Look at Bitcoin go. Wants to go higher. You absolutely love to see that. What else?
The Sol ETH ratio. We didn't really talk about it in Mando's section.
I know. I don't like talking about it, but you can. I it's cursed. It's cursed.
We don't have to. The chart is just striking.
I don't talk about it because every single time people post it, usually it tops. We're lucky we got away with it the last week or so.
Oh, no, we topped it yesterday, so I mean it's down off the all-time high.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it's. I think this thing is headed in one direction. I think the question is where does it get? Does it get to 0.1? Does it get to 0.2?
I mean, 0.1 makes sense.
0.1 feels like it could happen in 2024.
You know, 0.1 I think is, but I think 0.1 is a fair valuation.
I think it will get it in 2024. I think that's my hot take. I think we see 0.1.
I like it. I mean, I think 0.1 is a fair valuation as well versus like how much it's used. Like we're not even here calling for a flippening or some shit, right? Like we're just saying, hey, it's gonna be 0.1. So
the thing is, like, that's the price ratio. It's not the market cap ratio. So the market cap ratio would be closer to like 3-to-1 at that point in time. So I think that's also part of the calculus from a price standpoint. Yeah, Sol gets to 250 and ETH stays at 2,500. I think there's some scenarios where that plays out.
I mean, there's a huge scenario that this plays out. I mean, ETH maxis went from saying that ETH is going to go, price is going to go higher to like, no, ETH is just an infrastructure to build on. So when you start capitulating on that stuff, then the rest comes in. We'll see, but there's definitely more L2s coming out every week and launching. So we'll see where that takes us. It looks like there's some downtime right now with Phantom, by the way, during the show. So Phantom was experiencing downtime due to major backend incident. So if there's the reason why the memes are going up because manlets can't sell them. So looks like Phantom's down.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Phantom is seeing some outage at the moment. So don't freak out. People, 26 minutes ago, we're currently experiencing an uptime incident and some services may be temporarily disrupted. Is this like the equivalent of like Coinbase being down for like normies? If you're in urgent need of making a transaction, please ignore simulation errors and try using the DApp. So don't worry, y'all. It's not like it doesn't, like the chain doesn't work. It's just like a Phantom issue. Thanks for patience and as we work to resolve this issue. So looks like they're just don't freak out if you see Phantom bugging out. All right, well, Tyler, I think that was a great Monday recap. From tomorrow on, Rollbait giveaways are back. So every single day this week, we'll be giving away money. Tell your friends, tell your mama, tell your uncle, tell your cousins. Join FOMO Hour to get the best of the best when it comes to weekly recaps, macro, crypto roundups, and of course, Tyler's top 1,000 every single day. And with that, we'll see you tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the episode of FOMO Hour on Rock Radio. Let's go.